My name is Benedict Tosu. It's a Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for making us number one. This morning, we talk about the Black Stars. Well, Coach Jessup has named a 26-man squad for the upcoming World Cup qualifier against Uganda. That's going to happen next month. Well, surprisingly, two players are missing out of the team. Now, Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew are not in the team. Remember what happened prior to our game against Congo away in Brazzaville when we played the first game here in Ghana. That was at the Babara Stadium. We drew goalless. Well, Ayew and his brother did not join the team for that trip to Brazzaville. Jordan cited ill health, as well as his brother also said he had picked up an injury, that's a hamstring injury, a thigh injury, so he could not join the team. So Coach Jessup yesterday released his 26-man squad and excluded those two players. Well, we are joined on the phone lines by Coach Jessup, a veteran coach, Ghanaian coach here, to help us, look at this very issue on Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew getting out of the team for this very game against Uganda. Coach Sapon, thanks so much for joining us here on AM Sports. First of all, your view on the 26-man squad before we talk about Ayew and his brother Jordan. Coach Jessup has named the likes of Vincent Atinga, Isaac Chum, and some new other players making the team.
Yeah, thank you very much, and good morning to your listeners. I think when Kwesi was contracted to handle the Black Stars, he made it clear that he was coming to build a team for AFCON 2019. Because for the World Cup qualifiers, it's neither here nor there. He's only coming to try and see whether he'll be able to qualify the team. Now, as things stand now, we're heading towards a failure. That's what I put it. So he has to concentrate on the 2019 AFCON and be able to annex the trophy. So he's trying to build a team, a solid team, that is a winsome team that can bring the trophy back to Ghana. So if he's building a team, then some people automatically may go out and some may come in. And gradually, you have to build a team. You can't just wake up one day and say that this is my team and play. Team building it's not a day's work. Team building takes a lot of time, for consistency to be planted into the team. So I think so far he's done well, because if you look at the Wafu, he could have even invited more. But I think for now, he wants to see 2 or 3 of them, and that is the team building effort that I'm talking about. The coach. Yeah.
Okay, then coach, let's briefly talk about Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew. I mean, since 2014, they've always been regular members of the team, and Coach Jessup has dropped them. Jordan, for me, is not doing that bad. Ayew, probably maybe you say at West Ham recently, he's not been getting game time or starting time. He comes on to play in, let's say, the last 15 minutes of their games. Do you think Jessup is justified to drop the two brothers?
Well, he may be.
Your call has been put on hold.
Hello? Okay, well, we'll try and get back to Coach Jessup to respond to that question about Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew not making the 26-man list for the game against Uganda. But so briefly, we have to go through the squad for you, the players that Jessup has invited, 26 players, so 3 goalkeepers. The goalkeepers that were invited for the last game against Congo, the 3 players have been retained. So Richard Ofoyu, who is now with Marisburg, is in the team with Lawrence Ati. He plays his club football in France, as well as Joseph Ado is with the Ghana Stars. He was the #1 for the local Black Stars, or the Black Stars B team that won the Wafu Cup of Nations. And defenders for the team, Aris Naffel plays his club football in the US. Danilo Paris is making a return to the team. So, okay, so before I go through the full list, Coach Sapon is back on the line. So, Coach, thanks so much for joining us again. I was asking about Ayew and his brother Jordan. You think Coach Jessup is justified to have dropped the 2 players?
Yeah, I was saying that they might have communicated with the coach about their inability to feature for this particular match. So sometimes we have to tone down on some selections by the coach. He will not come out and say that, no, I spoke to Jordan, I spoke to Dede. No, but he has dropped them, and it is not for all of us. It's not the consumption of the public. It is his own consumption. So if he likes, he will explain to the public why he dropped them. But if he doesn't do it, then that is his own cup of tea.
Okay,
so for me, they might have communicated with him, and then you're talking about consistency in the team, yes. But for now, they are not the only people who were dropped. I think John Boy was also dropped. Yeah.
Because
so,
he's unfit. John Boy was dropped because he's unfit.
He has what?
He was dropped because he's not well.
Well, who knows about these people? That's why I said they might have communicated with them. So let's be our time, and see what will happen in the next few days.
But coach, probably don't you? Okay, well made. But probably don't you think that what happened in our game before Congo might have triggered this decision by Coach Kwesi?
Maybe where I'm sitting and where you are, we can speak for the coach. But maybe as human as he is, it might have had some toll on him. You know, he was so disappointed. But he may not necessarily say that because of the Congo match I've dropped you. We don't know. He's human. And maybe, like I said, maybe.
Hello, Coach, are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, okay. So you think that Kwesi should come out and explain if he wants to?
But that is his own method. He may like to let the public know why. The media will like to know why. The spokesperson of the GFA should come out and tell us why. You see, that's why we have a spokesman for the GFA. Okay. So it is up to the GFA communications department to communicate to the public why he dropped him.
But you also think that's probably maybe what happened prior to our game against Congo might have triggered this decision.
And I'm saying that maybe.
Okay.
I'm not there. You are there. You are not there. I'm not there. Maybe, and he's human. It might be a little bit of it somewhere. Where?
Okay, Coach, thanks so much. So that was Coach Jessup, speaking to us on Coach Kwesi Appiah's 26-man squad for the game against Uganda, which will be played next month in Kampala. So I was taking you through the list. Already mentioned the goalkeepers, Richard Ofori, Lawrence Ati, and also Jessup Adu. And for the defenders is Harrison Affol. Daniel Parry is making a return to the team since 2014. He's been impressive for his club side, Augsburg, that's in the German Bundesliga. And Abenyuno Lumon is also in the team. Also, Abbas Mohammed has received his first call-up to the team, his debut call-up is with Harrisburg City in the United States of America. There's also Kasim Nuhu with Young Boys in Switzerland, also making a first appearance in the Black Stars team. Damati, regular member Jonathan Mensah as well. Nicolas Upuku, now with Club African, used to play for Bochum Chelsea. And Vincent Atinga played very well at the just ended Wafu Cup of Nations, so he's been rewarded with a call-up in the Black Stars. So for the midfielders, we have Thomas Partey, Joseph Atamalawe in Turkey, Christian Achu is coming in. Kingsley Sapu also has received his first call-up to the team. He plays club football in Sweden with Malmo. We have Alfred Duncan as well as Ebenezer Ofori. Thomas Ejapon is in. Frankie Champon now in China with Teda Tianjin is also coming through. Isaac Chum is in as well as Patrick Chumesi. Then for the attackers or the forwards, we have a Samaritan captain of the team, Rafael Dramana, as well as John Entry and Richmond Boachi Yadom. So that's the 26-man team for you. The team will begin training next to Coach Kwesi Appiah is expected to whittle down the score to 23. That's why he will take to Kampala for the game against Uganda. We have to move on and do some more, and we have to check what happened in the UEFA Champions League last time. Cristiano Ronaldo is a tournament he loves to score in, and Ronaldo as well as Bale scored to hand Real Madrid a 3-1 win over Dortmund in Germany. And Tottenham Hotspur were impressive yesterday. One man scored 3 goals and it was Harry Kane. So holders of the competition, Real Madrid won away to Borussia Dortmund by 3 goals to 1, and you saw how Harry Kane single-handedly helped his club, that's Tottenham Hotspur, to win that game yesterday by 3 goals to 0. We have to still do some more UEFA Champions League. And Manchester City, what a form they are in. In the English Premier League, they are winning week in, week out. In the UEFA Champions League, it's same. Yesterday, they won by 2 goals to 0 against Shakhtar Donetsk at the Etihad Stadium. And also, Liverpool are still without a win after 2 games. Their first game was at Anfield. They drew 2-2 with Sevilla. Yesterday, they went away and drew 1-1 with Sparta Moscow. Philip Coutinho scored the equalizer for Liverpool in that game against Sparta Moscow. And as you saw earlier, Manchester City won their game at the Etihad Stadium 2-0 to Shakhtar Donetsk. So full result of matches that were played yesterday. Napoli were at home to final. They won by 3 goals to 1. And Besiktas also defeated Leipzig by 2 goals to 0. FC Porto went away to defeat Monaco by 3 goals to 0, with Apo Nicosia losing 3-0 to Tottenham Hotspur, and Borussia Dortmund also losing 3-1 to Real Madrid, and Sevilla defeated Maribor by 3 goals to 0. So matches to expect later tonight in the UEFA Champions League: Basel, Benfica. There is Moscow, Manchester United on your screen. We have Basel, Benfica, Karabakh, Roma, as well as Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich top lineup tonight. And Anderlecht, Celtic, Sporting Barcelona, Juventus will come up against Olympiacos, and Atletico Madrid, Chelsea. Another mouth-watering encounter later tonight in the UEFA Champions League. My name is Benedict Tusi. Thanks so much for your company. We are back tomorrow with highlights of matches that will be played later tonight in the UEFA Champions League. Until then, read more stories for yourself on my Joy online sports page. You can follow us on Twitter. You find us at Joy Sports GH. On Facebook, it's at Joy Sports. Have a wonderful day.